It's the end of Hokkaido. We're in a city called Aomori now, so we've got the ferry from Hokkaido to Aomori. It took about 3 hours and 40 minutes. Cost us about 7,000 yen. It's getting on for 4 o'clock now. We've got about 2 hours to find somewhere to camp and nip to a supermarket and get something to eat. So it's a bit of a mad rush. The ferry journey was really nice. We bought standard tickets, and a standard ticket you don't get a seat. There is some seating, but everybody just lies down on carpeted areas, which is it's really casual, and yeah, it's quite nice. There's tellies, but nobody had them on. Everybody was kind of napping. A few people doing a bit of stretching.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning.
So what time is it?
Oh, I think it's just after 7.
Just after 7. We managed to find quite a nice spot to camp last night. It's just kind of just off a little track.
It was next to
like some power cables. Yeah, but it was really quiet, away from the road. So yeah, got a good night's sleep.
It was hot last night. We were both hot, weren't we?
So we did about an hour cycling this morning, and we just stopped and had breakfast, had some coffee, some overnight oats, and banana, yeah, that's very good. Lots of insects around.
Oh my gosh, we saw a centipede, and it was like that big, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. But the cycling is all uphill today, pretty much. And where we're headed, there's 2 options for a route. It's either sorry about that. So where we were having our breakfast was next to the dam, on a little bench next to this building related to the dam. And a guy came and stopped us, and he came out and brought us these little cards. So he gave us these little cards and said presents. And then he made me sign a document.
It was like a sign-in sheet, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he said name, and then he was trying to say something else, and we couldn't figure out what he was saying, but figured he was saying town or country.
Address, yeah, something
address.
like that. But yeah, so now we're heading up to the headwater of this dam. So we're kind of in that direction, and there's 2 options for routes. One of the routes is on a tarmac road, and the other is on what looks like a gravel track on the map. But they're both really steep uphill. The tarmac route is about 7 miles, and we'll be climbing close to a mile. And the gravel track is about 6 miles, and it's the same.
Still the same height, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're undecided which ones to go to. So I think we'll check out the gravel track if it's
quiet, and if it's not too.
Yeah, if it's not too coarse to gravel, then we might give it a go. But otherwise, we'll go on the tarmac.
But we'll let you know.
Yeah. It'll probably be a disaster. There we go, decision made. The gravel track is closed, so I think that's probably a good thing, isn't it?
You probably, yeah.
Helen's not too keen on gravel tracks, are you?
Just because it's dangerous.
So it turns out both of the tracks are gravel. So we have no choice. We have to keep going. Okay, so we made it to the top.
Well, we've not.
Well, we've nearly made it to the top.
2 miles to go.
Yeah, so it turns out we're on a mountain called Mount Hokkaido, and it's really volcanic. There's lots of hot springs around. There's a kind of a smell of sulphur in some places. So where we are right now, you can see all the green rock in the background, and apparently that's sulphur deposits. Yeah. There's a really nice onsen that we've just been past, but it's 1,000 yen each, and it's cash only, I think. We didn't actually check, but most of them are. And we've only got 2,000 yen.
Yeah, so we've run into a bit of a pickle, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because we've got like a big bag of rice, we've got some potatoes, and we've got bits and bobs, but we're not really running into any shops.
No.
So
for the next 2 days.
Just to wing it.
Yeah. That's by the looks of maps.me, and it's usually pretty accurate maps.me, but hopefully there's a store that's just not mapped. So.
Or like sometimes it's like vegetable stands, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like farmers selling their goods. So,
so
fingers crossed we get something.
Otherwise, it's rice and potatoes. So.
What's for tea, babe?
Rice.
And
Rice.
anything else to add to that? Nice.
Morning.
Morning.
So we just left camp and had some breakfast next to this nice little stream. Quite nice. Well, we actually had it on this side, next to this weird concrete structure.
Yeah.
But it was quite nice. We had, do you want to tell me what we had?
Yeah, so we've struggled to find oats, so we found the next best thing, which was barley. So we made like a porridge out of barley.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty decent. Put a bit of
fine.
milk powder in, honey and banana, and
Yeah.
I was well happy.
It was warm and sweet,
And
so
yeah, it's
and
stodgy.
it's filling, very
yeah.
filling, so that's good.
Yeah.
Had a coffee, had a quick wash in the stream. A bit chilly, but it was alright.
Yeah, nice to freshen up.
Sweaty day yesterday. It was very warm yesterday, so
hard day yesterday.
we were going to go to the onsen, but we don't have the cash for us. We're changing our route slightly again, because the route's taken us into. It looks really nice. It's national park. It's very mountainous and there's no shops. It might have been a different story if yesterday the convenience store that was on Maps.me, if that was like a fully stocked convenience store, then we'd have the food and we'd perhaps get some cash out. Yeah, but it was more of just like a gift shop.
Oh yeah, it was just a gift shop. It was like attached to a hotel and an onsen, so it was just
it's just like a tourist.
Yeah.
They sold like regional food. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
They had a few like noodle pots and stuff like that, but no fresh veg, no meat. So we're changing our route. We're heading to the closest town where there's a supermarket. It's mostly downhill there. Which is good. So today, pretty slow day. We stopped at Lawson's. I did a bit of video editing, did a bit of Instagramming. And we figured out a new mapping software. Another cycle tourist that we watch on YouTube, Adam Hugo, he recommended an app called Map Out. So we bought that one. It was $4.99. And it seems to be much better. We tried it for the first time today. It took us on some gravel paths,
but they were like much quieter roads, and they were kind of like through not through people's houses, but through like house
residential
street.
areas and stuff
so
like that,
it was
which
a
is
lot
nice
quieter.
because you see more as well. So yeah, we gave that a try. We went to a supermarket. I did a whole shop, and then realised it was cash only and we didn't have any cash.
So that was really frustrating.
So then we went to find an ATM, managed to find an ATM, and went back. But tomorrow we're going to
Hakinoki.
Hakinoki?
Yeah. H-A-C-H-I-N-O-H-E.
Hakinoha. Something like that. But there's a museum there, so we're going to go to the museum.
Yeah, we figured we've not really actually done a lot of touristy things, apart from just looking at things. So it'd be nice actually see a bit of history or something. Be
a tourist.
So
yeah, we'll find out a bit of history of the area, I think, so that'd be nice.
But it's predicted to rain all day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like all day raining. So in this park that we're in, there's a couple of little shelters, so hopefully we can set up underneath one of them.
Shelter,
We'll just have to see.
We have got a neighbour already. There's another cycle tourist here, a Japanese one. And he's set up in the shelter.
So we're going to go to the other one.
But yeah, we'll go to the museum tomorrow. Should be fun.
So where are we, babe?
Golden Arches. Morning.
Morning.
So yesterday was a bit of a flop. Yeah, we were a bit slow really with what we intended to do. We didn't manage to get to the museum, which is a bit disappointing.
But we did have a McDonald's.
We did have a McDonald's.
So I think that's quite good compromise.
Yeah, and then we did our laundry and set off, and the route took us on.
Well, you used the map out, didn't you?
Map out, yeah, and the route that it gave us was on like a gravel track, which was alongside a motorway, and it was really dirty. I think there's a few like quarries in the area, and not very good road surface, was it?
No.
And then it started to hammer it down, so we took shelter under a bridge, put all our waterproofs on, and then we like reassessed the route, which brought us then to this town that we're in now, and there was a sign for like a service stop. So that's where we ended up camping, which turned out to be a really nice campsite.
It is really nice, yeah.
We camped in this little shelter that we're in now, which is next to a playground, and we just realised it turns out that this patch of land is like a medical helipad. There was no helicopters, so
yeah. Good. Few cars, but...
Yeah, but we've got a pretty decent start, and we're going to get cracking on. Something going on in the back. There's lots of fruit orchards in this region, and bees as well. What do you think, Alan?
Well, I think it's good because the bees are probably pollinating the orchards, aren't they?
Exactly, yeah.
Win-win.
Do you like bees?
Yeah.
So we've just been stopped by a man. So there was a guy that he was like driving behind us really close, really slow. So we pulled in to let him go. It was kind of a narrow lane, but you could have got past. So we pulled in to let us go, and then he stopped us and asked us to follow him to his house. He's like, please come to my house, please come to my house. So we're like, yeah, okay, we'll go to your house. So we followed him to the house, and he brought out some cans in a cooler. So we grabbed the can, and then he shot off again, and then he came back and brought a bag.
Just like this plastic bag.
This plastic bag with something in it, and we just said thank you, but we didn't look in it because you just don't think to like, I'm not going to look at it and be like, oh, I don't want that, or
yeah,
you know. But we've just looked at it, and it was a pack of chocolate bars.
There's like six massive chocolate bars in it. Like
that would be so expensive over here.
Especially because it's American.
Yeah. He was 84 years old, and he looked about 50.
Yeah.
He said his dad was 102.
And he was still driving. And his dad was still driving.
Still drives. He still drives, obviously. But really nice guy.
I know. He spoke with good English as well, didn't he?
Yeah, good English. Yeah.
And he had a dog, didn't he? It was a Shiba Husky mix. He was telling us about it, and it was a bit
aggressive, yeah.
A bit like,
I went to stroke it, and it. Yeah, really great. Good.
Really good experience.
Yeah, cool guy. Right, let's carry on. Just a very quick update. So we ended up cycling. I think we're on 46 miles up to now, and we've just been in a really nice onsen.
Oh, it's so good.
So we spent like an hour and a half in there, and now we've got to cycle about 5 miles to get to what we think is a camp. But it's very quiet around here. So
and it's we've climbed all day and we finally got our downhill, so it should be relatively easy, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
I need it to be easy.
Morning.
Morning.
So last night we, after we'd been to the onsen, in the dark, we cycled about 5 miles. It was mostly downhill, although there was a couple.
There was a few sneaky hills.
And we made it to this part that we're in now. It's rained all night.
And it's drizzled this morning, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cold today. Yeah. So
we'll just show you around.
So this park's a little bit different to some of the parks we've been to. It's kind of a shrine as well as a park. It's signposted as a park. Looks like Helen in the morning, that one.
They're like guardians of the shrine, aren't they? And often
Yeah.
you find, well, we don't find, but there's like little money in their mouths inside here, or there'll be like drinks offerings around the bottom, or things like that.
So this is pretty typical of what you see at a shrine. In some of them you can just open them up. I don't think you can in this one. Yeah, it seems to be locked. And there's usually a place to burn incense, a little Buddha statue, and yeah, people put money in offerings. We camped kind of on the other side of that red building. So whilst we were packing up this morning, there was a guy came and filled his water bottle up at this little fountain. I think it must be spring water. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We had our coffee this morning. So today is our 1 month on the tour. We're hoping to be in Tokyo for Halloween, which will be quite nice. We'll either get a warm showers or a hotel for a couple of nights. So if we do manage to get to Tokyo by Halloween, then that means that we'll be able to meet our goal of getting to Fukuoka in 2 months' time. But if we don't, then we might have to rethink the whole spending 3 months in Japan, because we've only got our visa until December the 6th, so we'll just have to see how things go. Hopefully we'll be able to make it to Tokyo.
Hello.
So why are people staring at us, babe?
Because we're eating rice out of a pan in the back of a bike outside of the supermarket.
We're outside our favourite supermarket actually. It's called Universe, and it is like the most well-stocked supermarket
it's got
ever.
everything, yeah. But they're like ready to eat stuff.
Yeah, it is.
It's the best.
Tempura, little rusty things, aren't
Yeah,
they?
tempura rusties and like
fried chicken.
Fried chicken, everything battered. Battered sausage. You even get a battered sausage.
You even get a battered sausage.
Which is, I mean, Scottish delicacy.
Yeah.
Morning campus.
Evening.
Evening campus. Sorry. So we didn't vlog any this morning because we wanted to just get going. We stayed at a really nice shrine.
Yeah, in like a little forest area.
Yeah, a little forest. We've done about 40 miles today, which is good. Ooh, a bit blurry.
Both a bit pooped though, aren't we? We did about 20 miles like, and then after that we both were a bit tired.
Yeah, a bit tired.
Well, the weather says it's going to rain all day tomorrow, and it just looks like the sky's full, so I think it just dampened spirits really, didn't it?
Yeah. So we're in another little park right now. There is a sign warning about bears and hogs, but it's quite a developed area, so I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, there's houses like next to the park.
Yeah, although last night we did hear what sounded like hogs.
And you saw big old poo on the
Big
floor.
old poo, yeah.
Massive poo.
I don't know who did
that. But yeah, so basically we're heading towards Sendai, and tomorrow it's going to rain all day. We're hoping to get 30 miles done in the rain, 30 to 40. We're just going to have to see what happens, aren't we?
Yeah. And then hopefully make it to Sendai the next day.
Yeah.
And maybe have 2 nights.
Like actually off the bike and
clean things and just
clean ourselves.
Restart basically.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Night.
Night.
It's raining.
Oh,
it's raining so bad. We knew it was going to rain, but it's raining.
Nervous?
Am I nervous?
Yeah, biting your nails.
Yeah, I'm just anxious. It's raining, and I was just thinking. So if we had 65 miles to go until Sendai, and kind of thinking we're only going to cycle 10 now. So I was thinking, oh god, we've got 55 miles to cycle. Oh, but it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. Supposed to be.
We're in an earthquake.
What are you doing?
Help, we're in an earthquake. Send us assistance.